Good day, Amherstburg. It's myself, Laura D'Alessandro.
And it's Ron Giofu back on the airwaves of 107.9 FM CKBG The Berg for the Rivertown Times Week in Review.
It's actually a year in review this time.
Exactly, yeah. There's a 16-page paper this week, and the bulk of it is the 2025 year in review. So if you like to look back at days gone by, specifically the past year, this is the week for you.
Well, I hope you had a good Christmas, Ron, and so far a happy and healthy new year. I know we're only 6-7 days into the new year.
Yeah, about that, yeah.
But did you have a good Christmas, Ron?
I did. Hopefully you did as well.
I did. I spent some of it, well, a good portion of it with you.
Exactly, yeah. Which is why I'm asking, did you have a good Christmas? It's like, I'm loping around and just hanging out and can't get rid of me, apparently. So it's...
Well, you're part of my Christmas. I even shared our Christmas photo from my family to yours, wishing you a Merry Christmas. And you were in that photo because you are my family. You're my fifth child.
I fit that description quite adequately, I think, yeah.
What about you, Terrence? Did you have a good Christmas?
Yeah, we had a great Christmas. We went to Kingston and we saw some family and friends and, all the normal Christmas things. I'm just in recovery mode now.
Aren't we all?
Yeah.
The Christmas season, though, started off with a nativity scene, a nativity play that we had talked about quite a bit on the air leading up to it. And I know, Ron, you went and said it was awesome and attendance was great. And
it was fantastic. Obviously, a lot of preparation and work goes into these things. So, you're hoping a few people are going to turn up and everybody's going to put on a good performance. But on the day, it was really good. And, we were actually had a lot of people come in. We almost ran out of space. Rivertown Dance Academy, they came, put on a really good performance. There was lots of little impromptu things that nobody expected to happen.
As always, right?
Adds to the fun. Yeah, so it was a great event and, we're really happy at how it went and we're going to keep putting those things on.
Did you have to fill in for the donkey?
Thanks, Laura. I was going to use my usual joke, which is he always says that, but I can't.
Some would argue that I was the ass in attendance on that day, but...
At most events you are.
We should have a two-man comedian show, me and Ron, I think, after those jokes.
Be well attended.
But I can sincerely say you did a great job, as did everyone in the play, Terrence. So, just to give it a little bit more hype, since we're hyping it up, if you still want to see it, it's on the St. Andrew's Church, Presbyterian Church YouTube channel, which, correct me if I'm wrong, is if you search St. Andrew's Amherstburg, it takes you to the page and you can get to watch the performance there. So
it lives on.
Yeah, don't just take our word for it. You could view it for yourself.
Other things that happened over the Christmas holidays was the mission. They served Christmas dinner on Christmas Day. We were there. What were the numbers? 115?
105. Which is still a really good total. I mean, that includes in-person and takeout. So there wasn't 105 people actually eating at the mission, though they did have a decent crowd. There was a lot of smiles, a lot of happiness, a lot of joy.
And the fellowship was fun.
It was, yeah. We got to see our friend Eric and
yes.
made his day. I know your daughter Kira was in attendance, and the smile that broke out on Eric's face when he saw her was something to behold.
It's a Christmas miracle.
It was, yeah. And we had a lovely meal and just some great fellowship, as you say. So 105 meals at the mission, and just to give them a plug, as well as to give Amherstburg Community Services a plug, and St. Vincent de Paul, and every organization that does good work. Leading into the Christmas season, obviously it's wonderful to see all the donations pour in. These organizations can use it, and they put it to good use, but they can use it year-round. And so now that it's after Christmas, we're into 2026. Just a reminder to keep the donations coming in. These organizations like keeping their shelves stocked and helping as many people as possible. The need doesn't disappear after Christmas, so if you have some money to spare or some donations you wish to make from a food perspective, a non-perishable food item, I'm sure these great organizations would appreciate it. So if you can donate, please do so. Continue the good work that these organizations and agencies do.
Speaking of good organizations, it was Hockey for Hospice. That happened over the Christmas break, starting, the 27th, I think it started, right, Ron?
Yeah, it goes from the 27th through 29th of December. We got the story on page 11 of this week's issue of the RTT. So make sure you check that out. Almost 2,000 players. It was 132 teams, and they raised over $611,000.
Amazing.
They helped fund basically 8 of the 12 hospice beds in the area, which is obviously quite wonderful, and it's just a Hospice does a fantastic job in our community. They used 4 arenas, obviously the Libro Center here in Amherstburg. They used the Essex Center Sports Complex. They used the Vollmer Complex in LaSalle. And they're also out at Tecumseh Arena. Great job by all the organizers. It's just one of those things, I know we've said it before, but we have to say it again. In situations like these, there's so much work behind the scenes that goes into planning a major event, or any event for that matter. And great job by all the chairs, volunteers, the organizers, everyone involved with the tournament, everyone involved with hospice, and just great job by everyone involved. And I'm sure plans are getting underway already for the 2026 version of Hockey for Hospice.
This was the first year in a very long time that my son Luca didn't play. And I'll tell you, I missed it. In the height of it, when you're driving out to L'Esperance at, for a 7 a.m. game the day after Christmas, it doesn't feel so great. But this year, not having that opportunity to play in the hospice tournament, it was something missing for us over the holidays. But we did talk as a family and say, our support for hospice doesn't end just because Luca's not playing in the hospice tournament. Hospice could use that help all year round. So.
Absolutely. Yeah, another great organization that, could use assistance 12 months out of the year.
Speaking of community groups, we've extended the deadline for community groups. We mentioned it before the holidays, saying that we're looking to run that feature again over the next couple weeks of January, looking for community groups to highlight what they did in 2025, what they're hoping to do in 2026. Give us the opportunity to spread the word of what you're up to, what you're looking to achieve, and to maybe give a plug and a thank you to those who have helped you get to where you are. So we've extended that deadline to the 14th. Is that correct, Fred?
No, it's to this Friday.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So it goes till the 9th at 4 p.m. If you need maybe even an extra day or two, even on the weekend, I'm sure I can accommodate. But we're just trying to make sure we get to all our ducks in a row, and we'll start running them on the 14th. It depends on how many we get. I just want to give a big thank you. We have got a number of organizations, some churches that have already contributed. They've donated their time.
There you go.
But they've contributed their write-ups, and so a big thanks to them. And you can email your write-ups. So we're asking for about 350 to 500 words per write-up. If you have a photo or two from events throughout 2025, you can submit that too. Either drop it by our office. So we're in the Heritage Square Plaza at 80 Richmond Street. Or you can send it by email to mail@rivertowntimes.com. That's mail@rivertowntimes.com. And if you get it to us at some point this week, we would greatly appreciate it. And again, thanks to those of you who've already contributed to us, and we look forward to even more.
So not much new, I won't say news, but it's been the year in review. So as far as news goes in the paper, there's just a couple of things we wanted to highlight on. And one being the earthquake that happened here on New Year's Day. I was out of town, so I did not feel it, but it was the talk of the town. And you were here, Ron, and it shake you awake.
Yeah, it was quite a way to rumble into the new year, I guess you could say. And on New Year's Day, about 11:19 a.m. was the official time. I actually had the day off, believe it or not, and I was just laying on the couch watching The Price is Right, which kind of...
That fits.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. It was the new Drew Carey version from this season rather than the old Bob Barker version I watch on Pluto. But anyways...
We're knowing too much about you this year, Ron.
Yeah, I should probably keep my personal life to myself. It'll scare a few people off. Anyways, yeah, it was about, like almost 20 after 11. I heard a rumbling and a shaking. Like, it lasted maybe 2-3 seconds. Wasn't very long, but I was like, what the heck was that? Then I went back to my back on my merry way and doing my thing. And
Showcase Showdown?
Pretty much, yeah. I don't know who spun the wheel, what their score was, and whether anyone won a car on that episode. But the social media lit up, and we checked into it a little bit further, and sure enough, yes, it was an earthquake. So a bit of a story on our website. We got something on our social media, and I think it ended up being a 2.2 magnitude earthquake. I think the epicenter was in and around the Malden Center area, maybe a little bit southeast of that. Yeah, I mean, some people felt it, some people didn't, but it did happen according to Earthquakes Canada. So make sure you check it out. We got the story in this week's RTT.
Another story that broke over the holidays was that the Giofu site is now for sale.
Yeah, we got a story online about that, and the year in review dominates this week's print edition, but the story is online, and we'll probably get something more in next week's issue. We'll definitely follow up on that, and it's on realtor.ca, and hopefully it leads to something, and hopefully the biggest thing is to keep that site active and keep people working there. And so we'll see what comes of that, and we'll hopefully, like I say, they get a buyer relatively quickly. I know there was talk of a of an interested party, at least one interested party, if not more. So we'll see if they've put in an offer and if they can get a deal done. I wouldn't expect, I'm certainly no expert on how these transactions work, but I'm sure there's a lot of I's to dot and T's to cross when you make a major real estate purchase like this. So we'll see if anyone does and who steps up. And
that closure date is looming.
Exactly, yeah, February 2026. So
do we know if it's the beginning or the end?
I would have to confirm that. I don't know off the top of my head. But I mean, obviously,
when they announced it in August, February felt so far away.
I know. It's a tough time for those in the plant. So we continue to support them, and hopefully they're not out of work very long. Hopefully something comes of this possible land sale, and we'll see where they go from here. Hopefully at least to good things. But right now, it's a whole lot of things are still in limbo.
All right. So is there, this is on the spot, but I had come up with a word for the year, Ron. What would your word for the year be?
Ooh.
Something that you're looking to maybe aspire to or try harder at, or...
Well, first word that comes up was busy, but...
there you go.
Yeah, it's... there's always room for improvement in any job, so hopefully...
I think
staying on top of things, I don't know, that's not a word, that's a phrase, but...
it kind of aligns with mine. Mine was engagement. I want to be engaged more in the community. As a person, as a mother, and as a business owner, I want to be more engaged in the community. And that
I won't steal your word, but I think active is something...
Oh, there you go.
Is something kind of want to continue being, and find maybe even ways to be even more active. So
I gave you a lot of ideas last year. Like you could go boxing, you could do the jousting, you could go to Pilates. Like there's a lot of things I could get you to do to be more active. And Terrence would do them with you. I think that active is his word of the year too.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think maybe at the end of 2026, we look back and think, were we more active and were we more engaged? I think it sets an intention for the year and gives us a goal to see if we make it.
Part of my active is to stay on top of the year in review.
That would be great.
Yeah, because there's I wrote 3 different versions, and one was really, really long, one was really long, and the one that actually made the paper was just long. And if I can just stay on top of it, and I don't feel as crunched as when I get to September and October going, okay, I've only just started a year in review. If I could just be more on top of
Proactive.
it. Yeah, proactive. Yeah.
We got you, Ron. We got you. I'll keep on top of that for you.
Yeah, I'm sure you will.
Crack that whip. Also, part of being engaged is we want to know what's going on in the community. Ron had said, we're looking to do a recap of community groups and get that into the paper in the next couple of weeks. But if you have something going on currently, something at your school, something at your church, something in your community group, or you have a local athlete, we want to know. So please let us know so that we could be more present, more active, and more engaged in our community.
Absolutely. The phone number is 519-736-4175 to reach me. Via email, it's mail@rivertowntimes.com. And to reach Laura, it's sales@rivertowntimes.com. So reach out and let us know what you got cooking, and let us know how we can help you from both an editorial and sales aspect.
Speaking of the sales aspect, on page 14 of this week's paper, we have a special that's going on. It's called Looking to 2026. It's an opportunity to book all 10 of our special greetings ads around the major holidays. So Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, Easter, Mother's Day, Father's Day, graduation, Canada Day, back to school, Thanksgiving, and Remembrance Day. That is a lot. But you can book all of those ads at the beginning of the year, and you will save 20% on all those full color ads. So if you're interested in that, there's more information in the ad on page 14. Feel free. Ron gave you my email address. Shoot me an email. It's kind of a way to streamline it, to keep it all together. I know a lot of people are really great hitting those major holidays and advertising, but this is a way that we can kind of streamline it and get it all done and save you some money in the process. So looking to 2026 with that.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's we're going to be back at it. I know our driver Louise is out and about in the community, refilling our boxes, refilling our stores, and I know she does. She keeps refilling stores and boxes as the week goes on, as do I, as do you, I believe, as well.
I do.
So we our paper is always flying off the shelves, and we have to refill boxes, and so it's great. Hopefully the support continues in 2026, and thank you for what you did in 2025 and for the first 30 years of the paper. So again, we're back at it this week, and again, thanks for all the support, and looking forward to serving you for yet another year.
Perfect. All right, Amherstburg, have a great day.
Have a great day. Have a great week. And we'll be back on the airways of 107.9 FM CKBG The Berg next Wednesday at 12 noon and the replay at 4:30 p.m.